We were at Mizzou this weekend. Kind of a bummer. Got called a little bit short. Weather forecast on Saturday was pretty brutal. Forecasted, and it held true. It was like low 40s, 20-mile-an-hour winds and pouring rain. So not a whole lot you could get done there. And so me and management decided to cancel it. We did move the pole vault and the high jump indoors on that second day and let those athletes stick down there and compete. But for what we got done on Friday, I was pleased with whoever competed on Friday. Did an excellent job and competed very well. So we had the hammer throw and the shot put went, as well did the 5K and the 1500. And then on Saturday we got the high jump and the pole vault in. So pretty limited schedule. We did manage to get a practice in on the indoor facility down there before we left, so we did get something out of the trip. Just turned into an expensive practice session for about 80% of the team. But that's, you got to roll with the punches and do what you can to get yourselves ready to go. But some of the highlights on the weekend in the throws, Kyler Yotes in the weight throw. He improved on his personal best a little bit, over 62 meters, sits number 2 in the conference, and has himself well placed in the region for that. I think he's top 40 nationally in that event right now as well. Darius did great. He had a big personal best in the hammer throw as well, and so that moves him up in the top 4 in the Valley. And then he had a great shot put over 1930 in there, which I think holds him right around the 12th place right now nationally. And so he's really getting consistent, stringing together some real, good throws. He had, I think, 3 or 4 throws like in that 1920 to 1930 range. And so once you start seeing those guys putting consistent marks in pretty far, you get very excited there that the big one's really coming. He did have a really huge foul that was probably going to be a big personal best. He just got caught watching it and just kind of hit the outside of the ring with his toe. And so he was beating himself up on that one, but hopefully we'll see it this weekend down at Indiana State with that. On the women's side, Anna Hoyman had another great round for us in the hammer throw. Threw right at her personal best again for the second week in a row. So again, once you start building consistency, that shows us that the big one's coming. And then Katie Fair in the shot put had a I think over a meter PR there, and so she's been close a lot of times, and so for her to finally see that ball go over 14 meters was terrific to see. In the 1500, Seb Gearhart on the men's side ran a huge personal best all the way down to 351. I think that was like a 4-second PB there. Puts himself in contention for scoring spot in the Valley, which it's still super early. So now, most of the schools now in the Valley are at least 3 track meets in. We opened up a week later than everybody else, and so we're really only 1 full meet in, and the whole season's already 4 weeks in. So just got to stay very patient. It's easier said than done, and just follow the process and trust what we're doing, that we're going to be in position to strike when it matters the most. And so we head to Indiana State this weekend. We have multi-events going on Thursday, Friday. Then the rest of the meet is Friday, Saturday. So any questions regarding track?
This sounds like your team might be a little bit behind Coach Paulsen. How do you go about managing that and making sure that everybody can get ramped up on a schedule that makes sense for them?
Yeah, we just got to be patient and trust that we're going to be there. And the indoor season wasn't without some hiccups as well. We had a meet canceled at North Dakota State early on in the season due to a blizzard, and so we just gotta trust it's gonna materialize the way we need it to. And it always has, and so there's no reason to think it won't. It's just kind of trying to calm the nerves of everyone that I haven't got my race in yet, because that first meet we ran a lot of off events, just kind of get the ball rolling. And so we're a few weeks in and we haven't seen some of the guys or the ladies in their marquee events, and it's easy to start getting a little bit nervous because you're seeing the other people in the conference. That's one thing. The information, with all the websites and everything, and the information that's out there on what people have done, and they know people run fast the minute it happens because it's on social media. And so just trying to get everyone to just kind of pump the brakes on feeling too bad where we're at. And I think we'll see some good progress this weekend, and people will feel a little bit more at ease. And then next week we go to Drake for the Drake Relays, and that's the fan favorite and athlete favorite for our kids. Most of them are for the state of Iowa, and so to get back there after you're off is going to be a lot of fun, and I think they're just going to even enjoy it more than they had in the past, just because we didn't have a chance to do it last year.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the Drake Relays, especially since this is the last time we're having a Monday press conference for the athletic seasons. Obviously, every race, every event's important. Is it fair to characterize some of your student athletes competing at the top of some headline events in Des Moines in a couple weeks?
I mean, I think we'll be in position to do well in some areas. It's going to be an interesting year too, because not sure what schools are going to be there this year with the Big Ten going to a conference-only schedule. So you won't see, Iowa, Ohio State, Minnesota. Those are schools that traditionally come to the relays, and so with them not being there, it'll be interesting to see, what other schools, slide in. The SEC used to have an SEC relays meet this weekend, and that weekend they're not going to do that this year. So maybe we'll get a couple of SEC schools to come in. Other than that, you have a lot of the mid-majors in the Midwest. I think will probably be back in attendance, and so it'd definitely be interesting to see kind of who's there, and then we put together the best squad we can with the people we have, and let it ride.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks everyone. Go Panthers.